Ladies and gentlemen, life has a funny way of teaching us lessons. Sometimes it whispers, other times it shouts. And when it shouts, it often comes in the form of tough decisions like choosing to go no contact. Now, let me tell you, this isn't easy. It's not supposed to be, but it is necessary. Strength is not built in the moments of ease and comfort, it is forged in the fires of challenge. Embracing the challenge of no contact is one of the most profound tests of character and resilience you may ever face. At first, it feels like stepping into a void. The absence of communication can be disorienting, like walking into a room you've been in 1,000 times, only to find all the furniture gone. You're left standing there, searching for something familiar, something to hold on to. But there's nothing. And that's where the work begins, not in finding something external to fill the space, but in discovering the strength within yourself to stand tall in the emptiness. This is a battle between two parts of you, the part that craves connection, even at the expense of your peace, and the part that knows this is necessary. That inner conflict is uncomfortable, even painful. It whispers doubts in your ear, convincing you that you're making a mistake or that the discomfort isn't worth it. But let me tell you something, growth has never been found in comfort. Growth resides in the discomfort, in the moments when you feel like giving up but decide to keep going anyway. Embracing the challenge of no contact is about seeing the pain for what it truly is, a teacher. Pain is not your enemy here. It's a guide pointing out the areas within you that need healing and growth. Every time you feel that ache in your chest or that knot in your stomach, it's a reminder that you're alive, that you're human, and that you're capable of feeling deeply. It's also a reminder that you're in the process of transformation, shedding old habits, attachments, and ways of thinking that no longer serve you. When the urge to reach out strikes, it's important to pause and ask yourself, what am I really seeking here? Often it's not the other person you're longing for, but the comfort, validation, or familiarity they represent. Recognizing this distinction is a powerful step forward. It's not about denying your feelings or pretending they don't exist. It's about acknowledging them, sitting with them, and choosing to act in alignment with your long-term growth rather than your immediate desires. Every day that you choose to stay strong during no contact, you are casting a vote for yourself. It's not a grand, dramatic gesture. It's in the small, quiet moments when you resist checking your phone, when you redirect your thoughts, when you choose to focus on your own journey instead of theirs. These moments are where strength is built. They are the bricks that lay the foundation of your resilience one by one. The world may tell you that strength is loud and visible, that it's about pushing through obstacles with brute force. But true strength is often silent and unseen. It's in the ability to sit with your emotions without being consumed by them. It's in the courage to face your fears and insecurities head on without running from them or numbing them. And it's in the quiet confidence of knowing that you are enough, even in the absence of external validation. There will be times when the challenge feels overwhelming, when you question your ability to keep going. In those moments, remember that you have already survived so much. Think back to other times in your life when you faced adversity and came out stronger on the other side. Those experiences were preparing you for this moment. They were teaching you that you are more resilient than you realize, that you have the capacity to endure and thrive, even when the odds seem stacked against you. It's also important to remember that embracing the challenge doesn't mean you have to do it perfectly. There will be days when you feel strong and days when you feel like you're barely holding on. That's okay. Progress isn't a straight line, and growth isn't about never stumbling. It's about getting back up every time you do. Be gentle with yourself in this process. Show yourself the same compassion you would offer to a dear friend who is going through a tough time. The discomfort of no contact is temporary, but the strength you gain from it is lasting. Each time you resist the urge to break the silence, you are reinforcing a message to yourself: I am worth the effort. My peace and growth are worth this sacrifice. Over time, this message becomes a part of who you are. It becomes a belief so deeply ingrained that it shapes how you see yourself and the world around you. Embracing the challenge also means finding purpose in the pain. What can this experience teach you about yourself? What lessons can you carry forward into future relationships and situations? Pain without purpose can feel unbearable, but pain with purpose becomes a catalyst for transformation. It's the raw material from which you can build a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate version of yourself. As you navigate this journey, it's helpful to remind yourself of the bigger picture. This moment, as difficult as it may be, is just one chapter in the story of your life. It's not the whole story. And like any great story, it's in the moments of struggle that the hero's character is revealed and refined. You are that hero, and this is your moment to rise. In the end, embracing the challenge of no contact is about reclaiming your power. It's about realizing that you are not defined by your circumstances or by your relationships with others. You are defined by how you respond to the challenges life throws your way. And when you choose to face those challenges with courage, resilience, and grace, you are not just surviving, you are thriving. So stand tall in the silence. Let it shape you, not break you. Because on the other side of this challenge is a version of you that is unshakable. And that is worth every moment of discomfort. Focusing on self-improvement during no contact is not just a coping mechanism, it's a transformative journey. It's about redirecting your energy, attention, and emotions inward, turning what may feel like a void into fertile ground for personal growth. The space created by no contact, though initially uncomfortable, is an opportunity to rebuild and rediscover yourself. It's about moving from seeking external validation to finding inner fulfillment, from reliance on others to self-reliance, and from stagnation to progress. When faced with the challenge of no contact, it's easy to feel unmoored, as if a part of your identity has been taken away. But that is precisely why this is the perfect moment to focus on self-improvement. This time isn't about what's missing, it's about what can be gained. It's about reclaiming the parts of yourself that may have been overshadowed by the relationship or situation you left behind. It's a chance to ask yourself, who am I without this? And more importantly, who do I want to become? Start with your physical well-being. There's a profound connection between the body and mind, and taking care of one inevitably strengthens the other. Exercise is one of the most transformative tools at your disposal. It's not just about aesthetics or fitness, it's about discipline, resilience, and self-respect. When you commit to moving your body, whether it's through weightlifting, yoga, running, or even walking, you're sending a message to yourself, I am worth the effort. You're channeling your emotions into something productive, turning pain and frustration into strength and endurance. Each drop of sweat becomes a symbol of your determination to rise above your current challenges. Beyond physical health, focus on your mental growth. This is a time to feed your mind with knowledge, ideas, and perspectives that inspire and empower you. Dive into books that challenge your thinking or teach you something new. Explore podcasts, courses, or documentaries that open doors to new worlds. Learning isn't just about acquiring information, it's about expanding your horizons and becoming a more well-rounded, confident individual. Each new skill you master or insight you gain is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. In the emotional realm, self-improvement means taking an honest look at your feelings, patterns, and behaviors. This isn't about blaming yourself or dwelling on mistakes, it's about understanding yourself better. Journaling can be a powerful tool here. Write down your thoughts and feelings, even the uncomfortable ones. Ask yourself hard questions. What led to this point? What can I learn from this experience? What do I need to let go of to move forward? Over time, this practice can help you gain clarity, self-awareness, and a sense of empowerment. Another critical aspect of self-improvement is setting goals big and small. When you're in the midst of no contact, it's easy to feel adrift, as if your life lacks direction. Goals give you something to aim for, something to pour your energy into. Start with small, achievable targets that build momentum. Maybe it's waking up earlier, cooking a healthy meal, or spending 10 minutes meditating each day. As you achieve these smaller goals, your confidence grows and you'll find yourself ready to tackle bigger dreams. Focusing on self-improvement also means reconnecting with your passions and interests. What lights you up? What activities make you lose track of time? Maybe you've always loved painting, playing an instrument, or hiking in nature, but haven't made time for it. Now is the time to rekindle those interests. Engaging in activities that bring you joy isn't just about distraction, it's about reminding yourself of your capacity for happiness and fulfillment, independent of anyone else. Social connections play a role in self-improvement as well. No contact doesn't mean isolation. Surround yourself with people who uplift, inspire, and support you. Spend time with friends or family members who remind you of your worth and potential. Seek out communities or groups that align with your interests, whether it's a fitness class, a book club, or a volunteer organization. Building strong, positive relationships can help you stay grounded and motivated as you focus on your growth. One of the most profound aspects of self-improvement during no contact is redefining your self-worth. It's about moving away from seeking validation from others to finding it within yourself. This isn't an easy shift to make, especially if you've spent a lot of time tying your sense of worth to external factors. But it's one of the most rewarding changes you can make. Begin by celebrating your strengths and achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Remind yourself daily of your intrinsic value, your kindness, your courage, your unique perspective. Spiritual growth can also be a powerful component of self-improvement. This doesn't necessarily mean religion, it's about connecting to something greater than yourself, whatever that may mean to you. It could be through meditation, mindfulness practices, or spending time in nature. It's about cultivating a sense of peace, purpose, and gratitude that sustains you through difficult times. Self-improvement isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about taking one step forward each day, even if some days feel harder than others. It's about showing up for yourself again and again, even when it feels easier to give up. It's about becoming the kind of person you admire, not for anyone else, but for yourself. This journey of self-improvement isn't linear, and it isn't always easy. There will be days when you feel stuck or frustrated, when the progress seems slow or invisible. But remember, growth is often happening beneath the surface, in the small, incremental changes that add up over time. Trust the process and trust yourself. When you choose to focus on self-improvement during no contact, you are not just surviving, you are thriving. You are taking what could be a time of despair and turning it into a time of empowerment. You are proving to yourself that you have the strength, resilience, and determination to create a life you love, regardless of your circumstances. This is your time. Use it well. Building a support network during a time of no contact is one of the most crucial steps you can take to maintain your strength, stability, and sense of self. When you're navigating the emotional turbulence that often comes with cutting ties, whether temporarily or permanently, the people you surround yourself with can make all the difference. They can act as your anchor when the waves of doubt or sadness threaten to pull you under, your compass when you're uncertain about your path forward, and your cheerleaders when you need encouragement to keep going. However, building and nurturing this network is a deliberate and thoughtful process, one that requires you to identify the right people, foster meaningful connections, and lean on them in a healthy and reciprocal way. The first step in building a strong support network is recognizing who truly has your best interests at heart. These are the people who genuinely care about you, not for what they can gain, but because they value you as a person. They are often the ones who have been by your side through life's ups and downs, the ones who celebrate your victories as if they were their own and offer comfort during your struggles without expecting anything in return. Sometimes these people are lifelong friends or close family members. Other times they may be newer connections, individuals who have shown an uncanny ability to understand you and offer a safe space to express yourself. When identifying these key figures in your life, it's important to be honest with yourself about the quality of your relationships. Not everyone in your circle may be equipped to provide the kind of support you need during a period of no contact. Some may unintentionally reinforce negative patterns or provide advice that aligns more with their perspective than your needs. Others might struggle to handle the weight of your emotions or be too focused on their own challenges to offer consistent support. This isn't to say these people aren't valuable in other areas of your life, but it's essential to discern who can truly help you navigate this specific journey. Once you've identified the people who can form the foundation of your support network, the next step is fostering open and honest communication with them. Share your situation, your feelings, and your goals with these trusted individuals. Explain why you've chosen to go no contact and what you hope to achieve during this period. The more they understand your perspective, the better they can provide the kind of encouragement and reassurance you need. Vulnerability can be daunting, but it's also the key to forging deeper, more meaningful connections. When you let others see your struggles, you give them the opportunity to stand with you and remind you of your strength. Your support network isn't just about emotional reassurance, it's also a practical resource. Leaning on friends and family during this time might involve asking for help in ways you hadn't considered before. Perhaps it's a friend who can accompany you on a hike when you're feeling low, or a sibling who offers to share a meal and listen without judgment. These small acts of kindness and companionship can have a profound impact on your emotional well-being. They remind you that you're not alone and that people care about your happiness and success. In addition to leaning on the people you already know, this period can also be an opportunity to expand your network and seek out new connections. Sometimes the people who can best support you are those who understand your situation from firsthand experience. Support groups, whether in person or online, can be incredibly valuable during no contact. These groups bring together individuals who have faced similar challenges, creating a space where you can share your thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. The collective wisdom and empathy found in such groups can provide comfort, perspective, and even inspiration as you work through your emotions. It's also worth exploring other communities that align with your interests and goals, whether it's a fitness class, a creative workshop, or a volunteer organization. Engaging with groups that share your passions can introduce you to like-minded individuals who can enrich your life in new ways. These connections might not initially feel as deep as the ones you have with old friends or family, but over time, they can become a vital part of your support system. While it's important to lean on others, building a support network is not a one-sided endeavor. Healthy relationships are reciprocal, meaning that while you receive support, you also offer it in return. This mutual exchange strengthens your bonds and reinforces the trust and respect that underpin your connections. Being there for your loved ones when they need you not only nurtures your relationships, but also reminds you of your own resilience and capacity for empathy. Supporting others can be a grounding experience, helping you focus on the positive aspects of your life and fostering a sense of purpose. Another key aspect of building a support network is setting boundaries. Not everyone in your life will understand or agree with your decision to go no contact. And that's okay. You don't need to justify your choices to anyone who isn't supportive or respectful. Protecting your emotional well-being sometimes means limiting your interactions with individuals who drain your energy or bring negativity into your life. This doesn't mean cutting people off entirely. It simply means prioritizing the relationships that uplift you and align with your journey toward healing and growth. It's also crucial to recognize that your support network isn't a substitute for professional help when it's needed. Therapists, counselors, or coaches can play a pivotal role in your no-contact journey, offering insights and tools that friends and family may not be equipped to provide. Professional support can complement your personal network, giving you a well-rounded foundation to navigate the challenges ahead. As you build and lean on your support network, remember to express gratitude for the people who stand by you. A simple thank you or acknowledgement of their kindness can go a long way in strengthening your relationships. Gratitude not only fosters deeper connections, but also shifts your focus from what you've lost to what you have, creating a more positive and empowering mindset. Ultimately, building a support network during no contact is about creating a sense of community and connection in a time when you might feel isolated or vulnerable. It's about surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, who remind you of your worth, and who encourage you to keep moving forward. With their support, you can face the challenges of no contact with greater resilience, knowing that you are not walking this path alone. And as your network grows and strengthens, so too will your confidence, your sense of purpose, and your ability to thrive in the face of adversity. Managing your emotions during no contact is one of the most challenging yet rewarding aspects of this journey. When you're faced with silence, it can feel as though every emotion you've ever buried rises to the surface all at once. You might experience waves of sadness, anger, confusion, longing, and even moments of relief. These emotions, while intense, are not your enemies. They are indicators of your humanity and the depth of your experience. Learning to manage them effectively is not about suppressing or ignoring them, but about understanding, processing, and channeling them in a way that empowers rather than overwhelms you. The first step in managing your emotions is acceptance. Too often, people try to resist or deny what they feel, telling themselves they shouldn't be sad, angry, or hurt. This resistance only amplifies the pain. Accepting your emotions doesn't mean you have to like them or wallow in them. It simply means acknowledging their presence. Telling yourself, "I feel sad right now," or "this anger is really intense," allows you to name the emotion and create a sense of awareness around it. Naming an emotion can often reduce its intensity because it shifts you from reacting to observing. Once you've accepted your emotions, the next step is giving yourself permission to feel them fully. Society often pressures us to put on a brave face, to hide our pain and move on quickly. But healing doesn't work that way. Emotions are meant to be felt, not avoided. Allow yourself to cry if you need to, scream into a pillow if anger overwhelms you, or sit quietly and let the feelings wash over you without judgment. This release is essential. It prevents your emotions from festering and becoming destructive. As you navigate these feelings, it's important to distinguish between experiencing your emotions and being consumed by them. This is where mindfulness becomes a powerful tool. Practicing mindfulness allows you to observe your emotions without getting lost in them. Imagine your feelings as waves in the ocean. Mindfulness helps you stand on the shore and watch them come and go rather than being swept away. Techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or grounding exercises can anchor you in the present moment, providing a sense of calm and control when your emotions feel overwhelming. Journaling is another invaluable practice for managing your emotions. Writing down your thoughts and feelings provides a safe space to process what's happening inside you. It's a way to untangle the complex web of emotions you might be experiencing, to make sense of the chaos. There's no right or wrong way to journal. Just write whatever comes to mind. Some days it might be a stream of consciousness. Other days it might be a letter to yourself or even to the person you're no longer in contact with. The act of putting pen to paper can be incredibly cathartic and often leads to insights you wouldn't have otherwise discovered. Your body also plays a crucial role in managing emotions. Emotions aren't just mental experiences, they're physical ones too. Stress, anxiety, and sadness can manifest as tension in your muscles, a tight chest, or a churning stomach. Physical movement can help release these stored emotions. Exercise, whether it's a high-intensity workout, yoga, or a simple walk in nature, allows your body to process and release emotional energy. It's not just about the endorphins, though they certainly help. It's about giving your body a way to express what your mind is feeling. Music and art can also be powerful outlets for emotional expression. Sometimes words fail to capture the depth of what you're feeling, but a song, a painting, or even a dance can say it all. Create a playlist that matches your mood, whether it's soothing and meditative or raw and intense. Or grab a sketchbook, some paints, or even a camera, and let your emotions guide your creativity. These outlets don't just help you process your feelings, they also remind you of your capacity to create beauty from pain. Seeking perspective is another essential component of managing your emotions. When you're deep in the throes of sadness or anger, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. Remind yourself that emotions are temporary. They come and go like passing storms. No matter how intense they feel in the moment, they will not last forever. This isn't to diminish their importance, but to provide reassurance that you have the strength to endure them. Sometimes gaining perspective means reaching out for support. Talking to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist can help you process your emotions in a safe and constructive way. It's not about seeking answers or solutions from them, but about having someone who listens without judgment. Verbalizing your thoughts and feelings can often make them feel less overwhelming and more manageable. It's also important to practice self-compassion during this time. Managing your emotions doesn't mean you'll do it perfectly every day. There will be moments when you feel overwhelmed, when you react impulsively, or when you struggle to find balance. That's okay. Healing is not a linear process, and there's no timeline for when you should feel better. Be kind to yourself as you would be to a close friend going through a tough time. Remind yourself that it's okay to have bad days, that it's okay to feel lost, and that you're doing the best you can. In the journey of navigating no contact, you're not just enduring a challenging experience, you're embarking on a profound transformation. It's a path that demands courage, resilience, and an unyielding belief in your ability to grow. The emotions you face, the struggles you encounter, and the lessons you learn are all part of a process that can ultimately lead you to a stronger, wiser, and more self-aware version of yourself. No contact is more than just silence, it's an opportunity. It's a chance to reclaim your power, to rebuild yourself from the inside out, and to take control of your narrative. In focusing on self-improvement, you step away from external validation and begin to invest in your own growth. You find strength in taking care of your body, expanding your mind, and rediscovering passions that make you feel alive. This is your time to become the best version of yourself, not for anyone else, but for you. Building a support network reminds you that even in isolation, you are not alone. The people who truly care about you stand ready to walk alongside you, offering encouragement, guidance, and understanding. They remind you of your worth and your resilience, and they help you stay grounded when the weight of your emotions feels too heavy to bear. This network, along with professional help when needed, becomes your foundation, a reminder that healing is not a solitary endeavor, but a shared journey. Managing your emotions is one of the greatest challenges of no contact, but it is also one of the greatest triumphs. When you face your feelings head-on, you honor your humanity. You learn to sit with your pain, to embrace it, and to use it as a catalyst for growth. Through mindfulness, self-compassion, and creative outlets, you transform what once felt unbearable into a source of strength. You discover that your emotions, no matter how intense, do not define you. Instead, they guide you toward understanding and self-discovery. Throughout this journey, you will stumble. There will be moments of doubt, days when the silence feels deafening, and times when the weight of it all seems too much. But with every step forward, no matter how small, you are proving to yourself that you are capable of rising above. You are proving that your worth is not dependent on anyone else, and that your happiness is something you can create from within. The process of no contact isn't just about surviving the absence of someone or something, it's about thriving in spite of it. It's about taking what was meant to break you and using it to build yourself into someone unshakable. This is your story, your moment, and your power. Embrace it fully. Because on the other side of this challenge lies a version of you that is stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you ever imagined. Keep going. The best is yet to come.